Trump administration is facing the flack of its shifting rationale on decision to attack Iran. As war in West Asia entered the fifth day, question of the big why remains unanswered. Critics are asking, what's the plan for Iran? On Tuesday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and Joint Chiefs Chair Dan Kane briefed senators and House members. But the briefing seemed to have sparked more confusion and frustration. Several lawmakers, especially Democrats, slammed the meeting.
The answers are very unsatisfying. They have shifting goals, different goals all the time, different answers every day. And I am truly worried about mission creep. When there's no set plan, when you can't hear day after day, we're going to do this, 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 and this, and these are the reasons why.
I am more fearful than ever after this briefing that we may be putting boots on the ground and that troops from the United States may be necessary to accomplish objectives that the administration seems to have. But I also am no more clear on what the priorities are going to be of the administration going forward, whether it is destroying the nuclear capacity of Iran or simply the missiles or regime change or stopping terrorist activity.
Trump and his top officials came under scrutiny after offering different reasons for the strikes on Iran. Speaking at his first public event since the attack began, Trump never mentioned a key part of his original rationale for the war, deposing Iran's theocratic regime. Instead, he emphasized that Iran would soon have missiles that could hit targets inside the U.S. His Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, talked about Iran's nuclear threat. He reasoned that Iran is building sophisticated missiles to shield its plans for a nuclear bomb. Earlier, Rubio sidelined regime change in Iran as a goal of American strikes on the country. He said that it is up to the people of Iran to overthrow the Islamist regime. Notably, it was Rubio who had first put the honors of attacks on Israel before going back on it. Trump is facing criticism not just domestically, but also internationally. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney called the conflict in Iran an example of the international order.
Because the current conflict is another example of the failure of the international order. Despite decades of UN Security Council resolutions, the work of the International Atomic Energy Agency, and a succession of sanctions and diplomatic frameworks, Iran's nuclear threat remains. And now, the United States and Israel have acted without engaging the UN or consulting with allies, including Canada.
Even German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has voiced doubts about whether the US and Israeli military strikes could trigger political change in Iran.
Now we don't know whether the plan will work, whether military strikes from outside will enable political change from within. This plan is not without risk, and we too would have to bear the consequences.
Meanwhile, a CBS survey taken on Monday and Tuesday found that more than 60% of nearly 1,400 American adults do not think the Trump administration has provided a clear explanation for the US goals in Iran.